What is dyslexia? According to the International Dyslexia Association, dyslexia is a language-based learning disability which results in people having difficulties with specific language skills such as phonological awareness, phonological decoding, orthographic coding, and auditory short-term memory or rapid naming. These consequences lead to problems in reading comprehension and reduced reading experience that can impede growth of vocabulary and background knowledge.
If we look at the definition of dyslexia, the National Institute of Health gives the definition that it's a reading disability that is manifested by the inability to process graphic symbols. Now, what's all that mean? Well, quite simply what that means is that students have difficulty processing written letters, written words, all of our symbols that we use in our English language. And it can also mean difficulty in processing punctuation, a period, a comma, question mark, and some of the other punctuation marks. Now, what signs can you look for in your children or your students to know whether they have these tendencies towards dyslexia? Let's break them into two groups. The first group of signs or symptoms would be preschool-age children. As you attend to these, they're going to be students that tend to have difficulty learning letters. They may learn a few letters quite well, and then as you add more and more letters to it, they may start to forget some of the earlier letters that you taught them. They may have difficulty with written letters. They may tend to have prominent reversals. B's and D's are the most common, but there are many others also. These students may show some delays in their speech patterns when they're 3, 4, and 5 years of age. They may be slow at learning new words, not just letters, but then the sight words that they are presented with on into kindergarten may come much more slowly for them. And as we move into rhymes, poems, things like that, they may show quite a bit of difficulty rhyming the words. Now let's move on. How about school-age elementary school students? Well, in these kids, it's a continuation. They may often confuse the letter with the correct or proper sounds that go with them. They may have difficulty sounding out words. They may have a great deal of challenge just getting the proper first sound in a word. They will often mix up the sounds within the words, so they might get the proper sounds in the words but out of order. And they may show difficulty separating syllables as they get older when they have to decode and work with longer words. At Red Apple, we treat dyslexia using the latest research and techniques that are proven to help. Some of the students need visual perceptual training. They need reinforcement of their left and rights. They need reinforcement of all these graphic symbols.
According to research, about 17% of the world population has dyslexia. There are other learning disabilities aside from dyslexia. However, studies show that dyslexia is the most common.
Here in Lalaan, first, Silang, Cavite, we met Maria Kathleen C. Pides, who is currently 10 years old and a grade 5 student at Philippine Christian University in Dasmariñas, Cavite. Her mother, Ate Rose Pamela C. Pides, discovered that Kathleen was dyslexic back when her daughter was still in grade 2.
How did you find out about your child being dyslexic?
Medyo mahirap sa lahat sa experience kasi namin na nakakita na ng maraming iba't ibang klaseng kondisyon ng bata. Isa sa pinakamahirap i-trace ang mga dyslexic kasi hindi sila masyadong hindi sila masyadong nakikita basta sa behavior, hindi din sila masyadong kita sa bahay. Usually nakikita lang sila talaga sa school. Minsan, depende sa magulang kung nakatutok yung magulang ako, bilang ako. Mahirap matrace kasi medyo malaki-laki na siya nang nakita namin na may sitwasyon. Kasi parang mahirap matrace talaga eh. Bilang parents, hindi lang kasi sila yung problema or hindi lang sila yung totoong buhay ng magulang. So, mahirap siyang makita. Napapansin namin pa isa-isa simula nung natuto siya sa pagbabasa. Ang unang-unang problema kasi makikita sa reading, phonetics. Yung paano nila naiintindihan yung sounding. Sa kinder, pag sinabi kasi ng teacher yun, sounds. So, minsan, nakala ko pa, sige, pagbigyan pa kasi nursery. Kinder, pagbigyan pa kasi kinder pa rin. Nung nag-prep na siya, pagbigyan pa kasi preparatory pa rin. Kasi nakakahabol siya sa ibang subject. So, hindi mo bibigyan ng problema. Kaya lang nung naging grade 2 na siya, syempre pahirap yung loads ng subject kasi parami ng parami. So, doon magiging mas evident. Tapos teacher na yung kakapuna. Hindi naman, kasi usually pag dyslexic, sabi kasi din ng doktor, tsaka base din sa nababasa ko, hindi kasi nakikita ka agad dahil baligtad eh. Hindi din mga professional psychologist yung teachers, so hindi nila masasabi ba't ganun yung motion ng pagbabasa. Kasi nakikita lang daw yung problema sa kanya, biglang tumitigil. Grade 2 na siya nung nakita. Medyo mas evident po siya.
Naman po, parang ano naman po yung opinion niyo sa mga, syempre po sa school, di ba po minsan napagkakamalan na mahina yung ulo, or minsan tinutokso ng mga klase. Parang ano naman po yung opinion niyo doon?
Ako, bukod sa opinion, experience yun. Doon medyo may experience kami. Wala sa bullying, pero sa teacher. Usually sasabihin nila sa amin na, ano natin, i-tutor. Every time, marami ako experience sa kanya na i-tutor. Pero never kong tinanggap kahit isa. O siguro one time, pinagbigyan ko yung teacher na, sige, tutor na, baka talaga hindi kaya. Pero lahat ng nirecommend nila, hindi na. Kasi, tanong ko sa teacher, ipapa-tutor natin, pero ikaw ba bilang teacher, naiintindihan mo yung kondisyon ng bata? Kasi kaya kong ipapasa niya talaga yan. Kasi ipapaulit-ulit lang naman ng tutor yan, di ba? Kung ano yung tinuturo sa kanya, uulitin ng tutor sa hapon, eventually, dahil magaling ang memorization niya, mamememorya niya. Ang tanong, naiintindihan mo niya. Yung adjustment, isa sa pinakamahirap sa kanila. Kung paano sila makikisama mamaya doon sa ibang tao, mamaya pa ulit na iba ulit, yan, medyo madugo sa kanila. Parang gano'n din, kung paano siya nag-adjust sa pagbabasa, gawin mong parang totoong buhay, gano'n din. Siguro una sa lahat, ako, in-admit namin, mahirap yun. Mahirap magkaroon ng message sa mga taong hindi nakakaintindi. O lalo na specifically sa mga may mga kondisyon na tao. Kasi mahirap maintindihan yung bagay na hindi naman tinuturo araw-araw. Pero siguro, bilang anak ng Diyos, baka doon na lang ako umugot, spiritually na lang, na lahat naman ng tao may pinagdadaanan.
Dyslexic or not, they are still human beings who also need our support and affection. On the contrary, as surprising as it may seem, dyslexia can also be considered as a gift.
Now we know that despite their somewhat slow reading capacity, they have also been blessed by gifts and talents that still make them special in their own unique way.